What's up everyone? I'm Matt with Ozark Overland Adventures, and in this video I want to talk about some budget-friendly overlanding camping hacks that I've been using for a number of years, and some of them just discovered recently. You know, this overlanding thing kind of gets a bad rap sometimes with the priciness of the gear, and I mean it's no lie, a lot of the, especially the good quality stuff, it's not cheap, but there are some alternatives that I've found that I really like. So let's get into it. All right, first, I've got a couple things for water storage and usage. Now, I do very much enjoy having my Rotopax water jug just here on the outside of my Gladiator. The Rotopax are not cheap, but they're very handy just for how easily you can mount them. Now, for mine, for using it for water, the spouts that they come with, they're not very handy, especially when you need to be kind of hands-free. So what I do is take this, flip it over, and I've got this little water spout that I got off Amazon for 10 bucks, I think. There is a company that makes an official spout for the Rotopax. I want to say it's like 40 bucks, but this is 1/4 of the price, and you just flip that and boom, you have water that you don't have to deal with, you know, pouring things. If you need to rinse dishes, you can do that all here. This, you do have to modify it just a little bit. So let me show you what I did. So this is, well, this is the Rotopax cap here. I did have to cut this piece right there just a little bit for it to bend a little bit to get it through the hole. And you do have to boil these in water for, you know, maybe 30 seconds or so to get this plastic pliable to fit it down into the Rotopax lid. But once you do that, it doesn't come out and it seals very well and it works. So it's I mean, for 10 bucks, it's awesome. Also, when it comes to water, I think everybody is familiar with these Reliance water jugs. They come in the cubes, they come in a taller version. They're not expensive at all, and they're great quality. They also come with these little spouts on the lids, which these all by themselves, super handy. You just, you know, give that a turn, and I mean, you got a little water spout similar to the Rotopax, but you can't mount these like you can the Rotopax. But sometimes, you know, you don't want to pull this out and have to turn it on its side, and you just want to be able to leave it mounted somewhere or strapped down somewhere. Well, a buddy of mine, James, he's been in a lot of my Ozark videos. He came up with this idea, and I think it's brilliant. This is a USB rechargeable water spout for those big 5-gallon water jugs that have the water dispenser things. This actually sits down on top of it, and it's USB rechargeable. You can take this, just drop it in your water jug, whatever that may be, and you know, just set that there, and boom, you got, there it goes. Had air in the line, but you've got a little on-off water faucet right there. If you need to, you know, put it down here, it's really handy. Now, Dometic does make something similar to this. It's like $100, which is ridiculous. These can be had off Amazon for under 20 bucks. That's how much I got for this one. I like the ones that come with the stands. That way you can, you know, put them anywhere. Some just come with the end that you have to modify and slip down on top of this. But I just think this is a fantastic idea, and I love the fact that it's rechargeable. Do make sure you get the ones with the flip down nozzles, because otherwise they can break off in storage. Ask me how I know. So these are just real handy to have a little water spout at camp. And I'll leave links to all this stuff, at least for most of this stuff. I'll put links down in the description. Full disclosure, some of them are affiliate links, especially to like Amazon. Some of these are not affiliate links because I don't have affiliate relationships with some of these companies, but all the links will be down there. Up next, let's talk about power and lighting, because this next one is brand new to the Gladiator. If you followed along with the build of the Gladiator, the very first mod that I did was to bring power from the battery into the back of the Gladiator, and I did it right there, that little switch panel there. It's got USB power, it's got 12-volt power, and then it's got 4 switches to control lights and things from the back. Well, here was the problem I was having. I found it to be annoying that I had to turn off all of my camp lights and then get up into my tent. And if I needed to get down in the middle of the night, I had to get down and then turn the lights on. And I just thought there has to be a better way. Well, there is. Auxbeam has this switch panel right here. They've got it in a 6 and an 8. It is waterproof, which to me was the big deal. It's a waterproof switch panel. And so very recently I switched to that before my recent trip to Colorado. And now I can control all of my lights from here, obviously. So my bed lights are there. My lights that shine down on the bed of my Gladiator are there. This controls the lighting. I don't know if you can see it on up there at the top of my tent. And then this controls, if I had them plugged in, controls the lighting on my awning. So all of this is controllable from here. But it is also controlled from my phone. So from my phone, I can turn the lights on. There you go. I can control all the lights on that switch panel from my phone, which on my recent trip to Colorado was absolutely fantastic because I could leave the lights on, get up into my tent, then turn them off. And if I needed to get down in the middle of the night for some reason, I could turn the lights on so I could see if I heard, some commotion out here around camp, maybe a raccoon or some animal or something that I needed to look and see what it is. I could turn the lights on from my tent and to be able to look out and see or scare it off or whatever. So super handy to be able to, control my lights here from a waterproof switch, but control them from my phone, which that is awesome. Now, speaking of lights, the next hack is, if you need lights, if you have, a truck like I do and a rooftop tent or camper shell or something, and you need lighting on the inside here, rock lights, just cheap rock lights from Amazon, make excellent bed lights. So I've got 4 rock lights. This is another kit from Auxbeam. There's actually, I think, 8 lights in this kit. I'm only using 4 of them. I could easily, if I needed it brighter in here, I could easily wire up, 4 more. But that is a very inexpensive way to add lighting under, in the bed of your truck. Or maybe you have a trailer with the tent on top and you need lighting under that for the storage or whatever. Super handy way is to use rock lights. Now, like I said, these are from Auxbeam. These also have an app that you can control the color of the lights. They're RGB lights. So if the white light is attracting bugs, I can change them to amber, I can change them to red, I can change them to blue, green, whatever. So I like the white, unless it's buggy, and then I change it to amber. So super handy to just use rock lights for your lighting, either in the back of your truck or trailer or wherever. But they're super cheap and they work really well. Now, my new favorite light to have at camp, and this is pretty much applicable to wedge style tents. I think you could do it with any hard shell tent. I think you could do it, especially if it has the T-track type kind of stuff around the edges of it. But as you can see, I've got the little floodlight up here at the top. So right there, that is awesome for lighting up camps. And once that's raised, I can turn the switch on, and my ladder, this whole area right here where I get in and out of my tent, is all nice and lit up. It's lit up on the other side too, because I have one on each side. And that's like a $15 light off Amazon. So it's not, yeah, I didn't want to put an expensive light up there, because I mean, the odds of that getting hit, like maybe on a tree or something, you know, pretty high. So I just got a little cheap light from Amazon to sacrifice. And it works really well. I have been so happy with that lighting addition to my tent, and putting it up high like that. It works great. Up next is another app-controlled Bluetooth device that I love. You know, when you're camping, especially in colder weather, you know, when you get up in the morning, a lot of times your tent's nice and warm and cozy, especially if you're using a diesel heater in the wintertime. Well, I didn't have any good way of checking the temperature outside the tent to know just how bundled up I needed to be. Am I going to freeze? Do I have to get down? That sort of thing. So I found this little guy that is I don't know if you can see it there. There it is. That little white rectangular thing up there. I've got it just double-sided sticky taped to the bottom of the tent. And that is a Bluetooth thermometer. So when I'm up in my tent, I can open up the app, and it's currently 88 degrees. And luckily, it's a lot cooler than it has been here at home. I'm still sweating, but it's currently 88 degrees. And it even tells me the humidity, which is only 56%. We did have some rain this morning, so it's a lot lower than it has been. So it's 88 degrees, 56% humidity. It's not bad at all. So it's by Govee. Govee, again, link in the description. But they're $20, I think. I may be wrong, 25 bucks, something like that. They're not expensive at all. But just super handy. Just double-sided sticky tape it to the bottom of your tent, or whatever. You can get multiple ones and read all of them from from the phone app, and it's just super handy. So have a little Bluetooth thermometer. You can check it from your tent, and know how much you need to bundle up, or whatever. It's handy. Up next on my list is power up in your tent. I'm a big proponent of power stations. I review a lot of them. I use a lot of them, but I got tired of lugging a power station up into my tent to charge my phone at night, to power my laptop, to charge my watch at night. I just got tired of that, because it's just something else I have to take, something else I got to lug up there, something else I got to deal with, my feet kicking. So since this only works if you have an auxiliary power setup in your vehicle. So I have two 100 amp hour batteries in the back of my Gladiator. They power all of this auxiliary stuff, including my fridge and all the lights and my air compressor and all that sort of stuff. Well, what I did, and you do have to modify your tent and either drill a little hole or cut a little hole or something to run the wire. But I got a 12 volt USB hub off Amazon. It has to be 12 volt, can't be one of the AC ones. And so this little guy runs down to my batteries. And as you can see, I keep my watch charger just up here full time. I keep a phone charger up here plugged in full time. And so I don't ever have to worry about forgetting my phone charger or needing power up in the tent, because I've got 3 USB-A ports. I've got 2 USB-C ports. One of them's a 65 watt to charge my laptop. So yeah, just a 12 volt USB port that I ran to my aux batteries, and it lives up here in the tent, and I don't ever have to worry about power in my tent, which is fantastic. And again, I mean, those things are, what, 20 bucks off Amazon? Again, I can't remember, link in the description, but 20, 25, 15 bucks, they're not expensive at all. But you have to have auxiliary power to be able to run it off of. Don't run it to your starter battery or anything. But if you've got that and you got a rooftop tent, then run power up there, just have it. It's awesome. And finally, if you've got an awning or anything that you need to, stake down to the ground like this, I think we're all familiar with these type of awning ropes that have the little plastic, I don't even know what these things are called, adjusters that you can, put this end on your stake and then pull that through, and it will, it will not move. But these things are big, and once you get them tied down, they're hard to, to pull this through the rope to really get it really tight. So at Expo Pacific Northwest, just about a month ago, I found these guys. This is a much better option. This is called a rope roller, and it's by a company called Roller Cam. And you can get a 6-pack of these for 30 bucks. But what it is you get the the rope with it. I just tied a loop into the end, and so it's got a little carabiner-y kind of thing on it. So you can just put that on your awning, put your loop on your stake, and then instead of having to deal with the little thing that slides through the rope, you just boom, you just pull that, and that is not coming out. And then when you want to release it, you just push the little lever and it releases. So I mean, this isn't just for awnings. Anything that you need to lash down, anything you need to tighten with ropes, the rope rollers, I just think it's brilliant, absolutely brilliant. And so this has replaced every awning, every tie down on all of our awnings. We're using the rope rollers, and I keep a couple extra handy in case I need to, tie something up and then use this to cinch it down. It works very well. So rope roller by Roller Cam, these things are brilliant. Well, that's it. That's 8 overlanding camping hacks that I absolutely love in my setup. So I'm curious if you know of some things that I've left out. I'm sure there's a ton. So share those with me in the comments, please, because I'm all about, saving money and, just using budget-friendly stuff where you can, especially when it does as good and sometimes better than the higher end stuff. So let me know in the comments. I'm just curious what else is out there, and maybe I'll make a part 2 video based on what you guys share with me. So hopefully this was helpful. If you would, give the video a like and subscribe to the channel if you are not already. Help us reach that goal of 100,000 subscribers by the end of 2023. And if you like what we're doing, you like the content we're putting out, you find stuff like this helpful, and you want to give back to the channel, check out the Patreon link. Our patron supporters get access to special content, special events. We've got a big event coming up at Maris Adventure Park in December for our patrons. Very much looking forward to that. And you get access to all of our GPS data from all of our trips. And if you are interested in Ozark Overland Adventures merchandise, go to shopoverlandapparel.com. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Bye.